We've been hiking for about a little under 2 hours and God knows how many miles. Whoa. Anyway, we're just stopping to rest. But holy hell, I'm tired. Do you see all this sweat? Oh my god, my whole back. It is in the upper 80s with 0 clouds. So it's just like straight, I bet I have a tan line. Yeah. It's just like straight sunshine for 2 hours. But now I drank water and ate mangoes and feel better.
Where's all the water?
Oh my god, my pack is probably soaked. So far we've seen like 5 mule deer, all doing fine, but we're clearly like in a good area. So I'm gonna pull some camo on. There are elk a couple 100 yards. So we're thinking of I feel like I'm gonna vomit. It's like it's not like I don't know. Hey, there's the logger, that bull over there. I see cows right in front of us. Rather walk away tonight without spooking them. If that meant that we would have a good opportunity tomorrow. We got into elk. There were about 30 elk. And
He's getting closer.
there's like, it seems like that bull's a lonely bull. He's lonely and looking for a lady. But this fella was big and had literally 30 cows and or calves with him. But there was at least one other bull in here. Not that one that we just heard. And I think he must have just tagged along, but they all just like stampeded out over the hill. But like we would try to cow call to like try to get him over here, because at first we couldn't see how many cows he had. And then it was just like a roll call, and they all were like chirp, chirp, chirp. It was really funny. are making a play on all of those elk that we just saw. And unfortunately, this country is super steep, so we couldn't like crawl up the drainage right next to them. We had to go like 3 down. So we're pretty far away, but it seems like we know where they're gonna go and where they're gonna bed. Granted that something doesn't like come in and spook them out of there. So we're just gonna fill up on water and then run up the hill. That was absolute madness. We had been chasing this herd of elk. You have a hair on you. We've been chasing this herd of elk for what feels like way too long, and just up and down and side hilling, blah, blah, blah. And we finally got close enough that it felt like it was going to happen. And we were doing a mix of cow calling and bugling, because I think it was one of those situations that it was like, I don't know what to do, because there's clearly one big bull that had a lot of cows, and then there were some satellite bulls. So we were trying to like cow call to hopefully get some of the satellite bulls to come in, but then that wasn't really working. But it sounded like the big bull was all fired up, and you could tell that he was like running around trying to keep the other bulls off his ladies. And so we started bugling, and that actually seemed to work. He came like running in, but there was another bull between us and the big one, and probably 100 yards from us. We couldn't see because the timber was too thick where we were, but you can hear it. The bulls started fighting right in front of us, and had that second bull not been there, big man would have came in to fight us. At least theoretically, that's what I think would have happened. Who actually knows? But so we chased them, and they have gone completely silent. Ever since the fight, they just shut up and they're gone, and we haven't heard them. We haven't seen anything, but we found a deadhead, and it's a beautiful deadhead. It's the first, actually it's not the first, well, it's the first one I found. Nick found a cool little spike elk deadhead last year that we kept because it was cool. Now we just kind of don't know what to do. I don't know if those elk are scared off and they're like 5 ridges away now, or maybe they're all just chilling up there taking a nap. It's really hard to tell. And I'm really out of shape. Like really out of shape. I thought I was in good shape, but just the amount of weight that I have to carry, and with how steep everything is, it's like, it feels like the first time that I came out here and started hunting. But doing better today than I was yesterday, and I don't know, we're gonna make a game plan and then kill an elk. Confidence. Nick is purifying water real quick, and I just found the most glorious thing that I could ever find while we're taking an afternoon break. Check it out. That, my friends, is a thimbleberry. Oh no! I'm gonna pick some and eat them. Oh, good. Thimbleberries. There are a ton of other berries here too, but I have no clue if they are safe. But a little bit of foraging while elk hunting is always a good thing. We took a break, ate, started hiking out. We had a game plan for a different spot. We were like, well, let's just peek over this ridge where we last heard them. Maybe they're there, probably not. We looked, and they're all bedded in the timber, like 300 yards to my left over this ridge. But this is miserable. And poor Nick has this dead head on his back that adds extra weight that is unnecessary, but I think it's really cool. So. So, this morning is day 3 of our elk hunt, and yesterday, as you saw, we hiked so much, and we're pretty beat up today. We decided to sleep in and just, like, glass from camp to see what's going on, and it is super smoky this morning, so you can't really see a lot. And we're both just so beat up from yesterday. We literally did not stop moving from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. or maybe even 8:30. I don't even know. Whenever we got back here, after the sun went down, like we left camp pretty much right at sunrise. And I got back to camp and it was already dark. And we wouldn't take more than like a 30-minute break to get water or to eat some food. So that's like over 12 hours of nonstop movement. And the reason is because there were just elk. There were a lot of elk. Also, before we get going, check out the deadhead. I think I told you about this earlier, but then I never really got to show you guys. This is a sweet 5x5 deadhead. And we found him like literally while we were hunting elk yesterday, and Nick's packing up in the background. That's what you're hearing. But we found him yesterday while we were elk hunting, and it was like in the middle of bugles and us trying to get set up, and I saw this thing and I was like, oh, like we have to grab that before we get out of here. So after we like wrapped up our hunt and everything that happened, we grabbed this guy. And so Nick was packing him yesterday. It's pretty heavy. I will be packing him today on our way out. I've only ever found a elk shed that was a spike elk, which in theory is like even harder to find than something like this, just because it's so small. That was my first elk shed, and I still have it because I think it's the coolest. Probably one of the cooler things that I've found in the woods. So taking it home, do something cool with it, hang it up somewhere eventually, clean it up. I don't know. Comment below. What do you do with like sheds and deadheads and cool things that you find? Give me ideas.